Hi everyone, welcome to another podcast. So before I get started, I want to apologize for outside my house is really noisy today. I don't know why. Well, not a house, an apartment. So yeah, I can't really control that. I can't really soundproof my massive windows, but oh gosh, sirens. Okay, so when I move back to Australia, I'm probably going to be living in the suburbs, so it's going to be a lot more quieter than this. Right now, I'm like living in the middle of like a downtown area, and I got like a hospital near me, and I'm on an intersection as well. So there's just all kinds of sound all the time, and I can't soundproof my apartment because I don't have that many walls. And yeah, so it's just unfortunate, but yeah, just got to deal with it. And oh my gosh, I can't believe. Can you guys believe that 2020 is basically over? We only have a few days left. So at the time of posting this, there's only going to be like basically a week left of the year. How crazy is that? This year was such a long year, but I don't know, like half of me is kind of sad that it's over. Because for me, it does mean it's kind of like an end of an era. But at the same time, I'm also looking forward to the stuff that next year has in store. So, since it is another holiday, I decided I'm gonna do the New Year's tag. Feel free to answer these questions in the comments as well. I'll also leave a link to the questions that I'm using in case you guys want to make a video like this yourself. If you could look back on one memory from last year that you wish to relive, what would that be? Honestly, so this was only in January, but it feels like it was like 2 years ago or something. I can't believe how long ago it feels. But January and February, I was traveling Europe. Like I came back just as the virus was like picking up. So I really want to go back to my time in Paris, especially. I felt like I was in a dream. It just didn't feel real that I was there, and I just can't believe it. That yeah, I really want to go back to my time in Paris so much. What was one New Year's resolution that you accomplished? So I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna get into that throughout January, or maybe from next week, from my next week's podcast. But I want to say like some goals that I had for myself that I achieved. This one's a bit vague, but I wanted to become a better person. I do have this criteria of what I define that as, but it's really hard for me to define. Like one of the criteria is I wanted to be a bit more like outgoing and a bit more confident in myself, and I definitely improved in that. You can probably notice on my channel how like I started working on my self-esteem. I started doing like photo shoots. I had really bad self-image issues. I made a lot of new friends. Like when I was in Europe, I challenged myself to meet as many people as possible. So like basically every day I was just meeting new people, and it was amazing. I don't think I could live like that every day, but while I'm on holiday, it's like such an amazing experience. Another thing, like I lost a lot of weight, and I feel a lot better. So, and I feel like I improved my relationship with food and my relationship with exercise, my relationship with work. I think like I just like improved my relationship with a lot of like self-care things. Oh yeah, and one of my other big goals was to do my first art commission, and I did. So I did a commission for one of my friends. He paid me to draw his Dungeons and Dragon character. So I was really excited that I got to do my first commission this year. And hopefully next year I'll get more commissions. 3 words to describe last year. I'd say stressful, annoying, and long. It was. I mean, I didn't have a bad year. Like, I did enjoy the year for the most part. There are things in the year that were just horrible, but for the most part, even amongst the stress and busyness, I enjoyed it for the most part. Something you're looking forward to this coming year. Well, I'm moving back to Australia in March, so it's kind of like half thing. Like I'm really sad to leave, but I am really looking forward to moving back and restarting my life and just doing something new. I guess I've been feeling like I've been so looking forward to kind of going back and not having this temporary lifestyle anymore, because while I live here in Korea, everything is kind of temporary because I don't plan to live here forever. So all the friends that I make, all the things that I buy, everything is eventually gonna be like gone, or eventually I'm gonna have to transport everything, and it's like it's really limiting on me. So I'm really looking forward to being able to just go home and have a permanent lifestyle again, in a way. And I'm looking forward to making new friends, probably getting a new job, um, and whatever else comes. Hopefully, I can get more commissions. Hopefully, I can improve so much more on my art skills, to explore more on my YouTube channel. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what else I'm gonna be able to do? Like, I'm just looking forward to all the new stuff the year has for me. What did last year teach you? So that was this 2020. I think like one of the main things it taught me is to really expect the unexpected, like very suddenly. Like for example, this virus was not expected at all. We didn't expect it to become such a large pandemic. I had so many plans for this year. I used to host an art meetup every Wednesday in Seoul. So I posted the event online, and every week we'd get new like strangers coming and like joining our art meetup, and we just like sit in a cafe and we just draw together and socialize. And sometimes we become really, some people like meet each other and become pretty close. There's a few people from there that I still stay in touch with. I met up with like one of them when I was traveling Europe. Yeah, and like some people who come are like Koreans or travelers or like expats, and there's people like from all ages, and it was just so fun. And I had to cancel it, and I didn't expect that. I was really looking forward to starting it again, and like I was planning to take it to another level, and like instead of just having socializing, maybe like do something where we're actually working on stuff together or something. But yeah, I had to cancel that, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just too risky. And yeah, and then I really wanted to like meet a lot more, make a lot more friends. I wanted to travel a lot. I was planning to do like a big trip in Japan, maybe in summer, and then I was planning this winter, which is like approaching, and I don't think it's possible at all to happen. But I was planning to go for like a big trip to. Oh my gosh, there's sirens. Why are there so many sirens today? So I was planning to take a big trip to Europe again, or even maybe the US. But yeah, that's obviously not going to be happening. Maybe I'll be able to go to Europe maybe next year, but the US is definitely not going to happen for at least a few years, I guess. Based on what's happening over there. I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you guys that are sane over there. And also just the fact that the number of cases just constantly goes up and down. So we constantly have plans, and then suddenly we have to cancel everything just because the cases went up a lot, and then we have to social distance again. And even like I'm constantly going to work and then working from home, then going to work and working from home, and it's like and in my work schedule, like I'll have classes, and then the next day I'll be prepared for my next day's classes. I come to work and they're like, our classes are all cancelled, students aren't allowed to come to school, and we're gonna be working home from tomorrow. And I'm just like, what? And like, yeah, prepare your online classes now. And I'm just like, it's tough, but I think it's something that pretty much everyone, we've gotten used to it. It's at a point now where I feel like I've always got a backup plan for work, and I can like rush to get all my work done really quickly, so I don't have to like work so hard like the next day at home or something. And I don't get so like flustered when things change suddenly anymore. I'm really like, I'll come in the morning and my cook will be like, oh, I forgot to do something. Can you help? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. It's like, it doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm just so used to it. It's so normal. What's your most worn clothing item of last year? Well, I don't know because the seasons here are quite drastic. So you really have to change your clothes. Like every season, you have to wear like very different clothing. But I'd say like maybe this sweater that I'm wearing right now, this orange sweater. If you saw my vlog last week, I did the Forever 21 haul, and that's where I got this sweater. It's so I've only had the sweater for like 3 weeks maybe, but I've been wearing it a lot. I've probably worn it in quite a few videos already. But since I'm planning to send all my clothes back, well, not all of it, but probably like 60-70% of my clothes, just so I don't have to bring back so many in my luggage and I can carry more stuff. Um, I wanted to get less attached to some, especially like my sweaters. I didn't want to get too attached to all of them because last year I'd rotate through all of them. I have a lot of sweaters. So I decided to get less attached to majority of them so that when I do send most of them back, I can just probably have like three, and I can just kind of rotate between three of them throughout. I can just rotate between three of them during the week. Um, yeah, through like the remainder of my time here. So this is gonna be one of them, and I've basically just been doing that. So these days I rotate between two sweaters, but then there's one that comes in every once in a while. So I'm kind of like adjusting myself to doing that already. And now like I've kind of forgot that I have any other sweaters, and I just love this one a lot. If you had to sum up your year in one word, what would that be? Hmm. Um, a mess, maybe. Um, yeah, there were a lot of disappointments, but it was a mess because and that doesn't mean that the year was bad. It just means that things were a mess, and then I kind of got used to the mess, and I learned how to work around it. What are you hoping for more of this coming year? I guess that means something that was already happening in this year. I guess maybe in a sense like unity. I feel like this year it kind of brought a lot of people together. Not everyone. There were a lot of people who brought apart, but for the most part, I feel like people were really brought together. There were a lot of causes that people were working together for, and I hope that we kind of continue that sentiment. Um, I also hope that the wearing of masks becomes normalized because in Korea, before the virus even was a thing, it was so normal. If you're sick, sometimes you need to take the subway to go see a doctor. You need to, sometimes you still need to go to work because you're not like sick enough to take a sick day, but you're still a bit too sick that you might affect other people. Or sometimes you're just not even sure. You have like a tickle in your throat. So people just wear masks just to be sure, just to protect those around them. And it's so normal in Korea that you do that. And I really love that. I hope that becomes a normalized thing because when I'm in Australia again, like I want to keep wearing them and not be seen as weird. Yeah, because like there have been quite a few times where I've had to go out while I was sick, especially like while I live alone. I'd go out to like go get food, or I take the train to either go see a doctor, go see my family, or whatever like that. And I want to be able to wear a mask without being like looked down upon or look weird in public. So I hope that becomes normalized. I'm pretty sure it is kind of becoming normalized already. What are you hoping for less of this coming year? So I'm trying to avoid the obvious. Like in all these questions, I'm trying to avoid saying the obvious stuff about like the coronavirus. Like of course everyone wants less of that. So I'm trying to think of like, you know. So I think I want less like division in people. Like I feel like everyone's just so divided on like everything. And I think this was a thing before the virus situation, before the pandemic, but I feel like it's really showing in some areas it's showing the worst in people, in some areas it's showing the best in people. But the areas where it's showing the worst, especially the parts that divide us, I'm hoping for less of that. Less people exploiting the pandemic for their personal gain. I mean, some situations I get it, like making your designs, your own designs for masks for people to buy as merch and stuff. That's totally cool because it's not like you're not really exploiting it. That's just like you're creating a product that's becoming more in need during a pandemic, and it's not like your masks are the ones that people have to buy. What would be worse is people buying all of the the surgical masks from stores and then reselling them at like double the cost. Your ones are like optional luxury masks, so that's totally fine. And I guess for me personally, honestly, I'm just hoping for less stress. I mean, and like that's just life. There's always gonna be stress, but the stress that I've been having, especially for the past few months, the past few weeks, it's been really hard on me, and I know it's gonna increase because I'm moving back soon, and just the whole process of moving is just a massive stress. So yeah, I'm just hoping for a bit less of it, maybe. Best book you read last year? Have I read many books this year? I don't think I've done that much reading. But okay, so I finally remembered. I think at the very beginning of this year, I read this book called "If Cats Disappeared from the World." It's by Genki Kawamura, and the story, like especially the ending, it really hit me. So the title, "If Cats Disappeared from This World," it's kind of like it's really what the book's about. So the main character, he's going to die, I think from illness, if I remember correctly, and in order to continue to live, he makes a deal with the devil, and the devil basically allows him to, in exchange for him living another day, he has to choose one thing from the world that will be kind of like removed from the world. So basically every chapter goes through like one single day of him choosing one thing that's going to be removed from the world, and well, yeah, and then that allows him to live longer. And then for that next day, he's experiencing another day of life, but life without that thing. And it really forces him to really evaluate his life and what it is to live, and like what's really important. And I just remember when I turned the page to the final chapter, I remember like my heart just like dropped. It hit me so hard, and it's such a touching story. I really, really love that, and I recommend everyone to read it. It's so good. What is your New Year's resolution for the upcoming year? So again, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but there are things that I do want to achieve. It doesn't necessarily have to be within the upcoming year. Like I might have tried to attempt it this year if there was more time. It's just stuff that I want to achieve from now. I wanna experiment more with my channel. I'm trying to do a bit more with my vlogs. So yeah, I'll see. Like maybe in the next few weeks I'm gonna be uploading like more variety of stuff. Hopefully, that's my plan at least. I do wanna work on my health a bit more. I've been trying actually. So I've been trying to work on my diet so that I'm having a lot more variety of nutrients and less like processed stuff as much as possible. And then also exercising more. When I move back, I want to start taking art classes again. I want to make like more friends because I'm gonna be moving back. Like I'm gonna reconnect with some of my old friends, but I also want to meet some new people. I think I left Australia as a very like socially anxious and depressed person, and now moving back, I still kind of am socially anxious and a little bit depressed, but I'm kind of like happy depressed. healthy depressed in a way. Like it's very like way back there, and I'm in a lot better place, and I'm ready to like go out and just meet people. I'm a lot more confident in myself, and I'm a lot more generally okay. So I really want to meet a lot more friends, maybe like meet some friends who want to like make videos with me, or friends who make videos themselves, so we can like collab together. Because I think that'll be really fun. That's kind of like, if you've seen Danny, who's on my channel a lot, did we become friends because of YouTube? I don't remember, but it's something that really it's been something really fun that we do together, and we get to talk about it a lot. If possible, only if it's possible, I want to travel more. I want to go to Europe and Japan and Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong and Japan like so many times, but I'm just so in love with those countries so much. So I really want to go back to both of them. Maybe Singapore again as well. I loved Singapore. And then also, of course, like Europe, I want to go back to France. There's all these other countries I haven't been to. I wanna become better at like all the languages that I speak. Yeah, I want to improve my Korean, which is gonna be harder since I'm leaving Korea, but I'm gonna definitely keep using it. I need to like work on my Japanese. I haven't spoken in like ages, so I want to practice Japanese again. I need to keep working on French, and I do kind of want to pick up Italian, but that's a lot of languages. I want to improve my cooking skills. I want to learn a lot of new recipes, and then there's a lot of things that I want to like perfect, because I feel like my the things that I make, they're not that pretty, or they're just kind of like average, because I tend to just like try out something once and I get really excited and I go and try like new things all the time, which is cool, but at the same time I need to make things over and over so that I can get better at them. I want to have like my signature dishes that if people come over, I make this one thing that like I know I can make really well that everyone's gonna love. Yeah, and I think generally I just want to live a life that I can be happy about, and that like my parents could be proud of as well. I think that's what I really want to. That's something I really want to achieve next year, because next year I'm going to be reestablishing myself. So I'll see where I end up next year. But anyway, yeah, that was the New Year's tag. Let me know if you have any goals for next year as well. As much as I don't really believe in resolutions, it is a time where everyone does start thinking about goals. So let me know what kind of goals you're planning to work on, and I'll share my thoughts about New Year's resolutions next week. So these questions are in the description. So feel free to make your own video about these as well. It'll be fun, and let me know if you do, so I can watch your answers too. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.